Good evening. Happy Friday night from Central Virginia. I'm going to try and keep this one short. I have a very off the wall prediction for the Democrat ticket for 2028. Sure, you can call it speculation right now. Um, the 2028 election season is 2 years away, but politically, that's an eternity away. A lot can happen. We're going through the midterms. I don't want to rehash that, but I'm just going to throw this out there. Here's a very formidable Democrat ticket. And I say this as somebody who is like the polar opposite of a Democrat on most things. Senator Mark Kelly, from Democrat from Arizona, the former astronaut who's married to Gabby Giffords, at the top of the ticket. I think he's a great dark horse candidate. He can unify the far left, the socialists, the leftists, the neo-Marxists, whatever, along with the moderates, the centrist. He's a veteran. He's a retired Navy captain, which is the same thing as an Army colonel, field grade officer. He was an astronaut. The guy's definitely not stupid. He can shore up the anti-Trump Republicans and the anti-MAGA Republicans and independents. I'm not saying he would win, but I'm saying he's probably a better choice than Harris or AOC or some other retread from the party. So if Mark Kelly is the dark horse candidate at the top of the ticket, who's going to be his running mate? None other than Virginia Governor Abagail Spanberger. They both have mastered the art of campaign center, but govern to the left. They both come across as not being crazy. I think Spanberger is a little on the crazy side, but she can put off the impression that she's the soccer mom down the street. But nevertheless, I think that would be a very good Democrat ticket, Mark Kelly and Abagail Spanberger. What are the Republicans going to do? I have no idea. I think it all depends on how Trump fares in the midterms with the Republicans, how many seats they lose, and whether or not he gets impeached. Because if the Democrats do take up impeachment against him, they probably won't have enough. They won't have enough votes to convict him. But he's going to be a lame duck. He's going to be badly damaged. What does that do to J.D. Vance? Is he going to be the de facto nominee? I don't know. But I know there are a lot of other people in the Republican Party who are probably thinking of taking a bite at the apple. Obviously, you have J.D. Vance. You've got Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida. You have Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, who is nothing short of what you call damn impressive when he gave the speech in Munich. You have Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard. Not saying she's going to run, but if she did, she'd be the only person to run as a Democrat and a Republican in recent history. You have Sarah Huckabee Sanders, governor of Arkansas. She might throw her hat in the ring. Nikki Haley, former governor of South Carolina, former Secretary of State. She might make a go of it again. I've even heard rumors that Kristi Noem, DHS secretary, is thinking of making a go of it. I don't know. 2028 is politically an eternity away, but my main point was to say that I think Mark Kelly has the bona fides as a veteran and everything, being a former astronaut. He's too far to the left for my taste. I wouldn't vote for him. He's a hypocrite. So is his wife. They want to ban AR-15s, yet there's videos of them buying one and shooting it at the range. But I still think they would be formidable candidates because they're not crazy and they're not Marxists. Don't underestimate Mark Kelly and don't underestimate Abagail Spanberger. She's probably going to ruin Virginia where I live. None of her ideas are any good at all, but she's got the media on her side. And if you say anything against her, well, you're a sexist or you're a misogynist. But nevertheless, we live in some very interesting times. I'm just throwing it out there. It's wild speculation. It's too early to know for sure. But I wouldn't be surprised if the ticket comes down to Mark Kelly and Abagail Spanberger. Especially Mark Kelly burnished his credentials when he, a couple months ago with the seditious six, when he made those remarks about United States military soldiers, sailors, Marines, airmen don't have to obey an illegal order. What he meant was an unlawful order, but nevertheless, he was correct about that. But to his credit, he walked right up to that white line. He stared over it. He yelled across, but he never crossed that line. He never stepped over it. He didn't mention Donald Trump by name as the commander in chief, and he didn't mention any orders that Trump gave that happened to be illegal. So he threw the seeds of discord out there, but he didn't commit sedition. He didn't commit treason. I know some people will disagree with me on that, and that's okay, but I don't think he crossed that line. He stated the obvious, that every soldier gets a lecture about that during basic training. At least we did 40 years ago. But don't count the guy out. I think if he decides he wants to throw his hat in the ring, I think he's going to pull a lot of people in the middle whom the Democrats need behind him. Like I said, I ain't going to vote for him. But is he better than AOC or Amy Klobuchar or Kamala Harris, God forbid? Hell yes. You know, at least the man is competent. He's not politically aligned with me, but the man is competent. So anyway, that's enough. Happy Friday night. It's been a crappy week, so enjoy your night. Stay safe. And remember, despite our problems, you still live in the greatest nation in the world. And don't you ever forget it.